When it comes to Zelda companions, none leave quite a mark like Midna. Midna's journey is filled with loss, betrayal, and sacrifice. She's a princess stripped of her own throne, cursed into a shadow of herself, and forced to choose between her duty to her people and to her connection to Link. It's a story that leaves you feeling a mix of hope and sorrow, long after the credits roll. Today, we're taking a closer look at why Midna's story isn't just tragic. It's the saddest in Zelda history, from her fall from grace to her final tearful goodbye. This is the tale of a companion who sacrificed everything for her people, and broke our hearts in the process. Midna's story will stay with you, not because of how it ends, but because of everything that she had lost along the way. Let's dive into her sorrow. To first understand why Midna's story is so tragic, you first have to understand who she is. Midna is the princess of the Twilight Realm, a parallel world tied to Hyrule. Her people, the Twilight, were banished there long ago for wielding dark magic. But despite this dark theory, Midna's world was peaceful until it was overthrown by Zant. Zant, a power-hungry usurper, invaded the Twilight Realm, overthrowing Midna and cursing her into the small imp-like form we see throughout most of the game. This curse wasn't just physical, it was a direct attack on her identity as a ruler and her power to protect her people. Midna was forced into exile, abandoned and humiliated in her own kingdom. When we first meet her, she's far from your typical noble princess. She's sarcastic, mischievous, and doesn't seem particularly interested in helping anyone but herself. But beneath that tough exterior is someone who had been deeply wounded. Her playful demeanor? It's a mask, a way to hide her pain and guilt for failing her people. Midna's curse is more than just a plot point. It's a powerful symbol of her loss. As an imp, she's physically small, powerless, and forced to rely on others, something that would have been unthinkable for a proud and independent ruler like her. This curse strips her of her dignity and serves as a constant reminder of her failure to protect her kingdom. Zant's betrayal isn't just about seizing power, it's deeply personal. He doesn't just overthrow Midna, he humiliates her, turning her into a shadow of who she once was. And yet, even in this diminished state, Midna refuses to give up. Her determination to reclaim her kingdom and save her people drives the story forward. When Midna first meets Link, she doesn't see him as a hero. She sees him as a tool, someone she can manipulate to help her reclaim her throne. But as they journey together, something changes. Slowly she begins to trust him. She lets her guard down and reveals the vulnerable side she's kept hidden. One of the most pivotal moments in their relationship comes after Zant strikes her down. Gravely injured, Midna is completely vulnerable, and it's Zelda's sacrifice and Link's determination that save her. This moment isn't just about survival, it's about trust. It's the first time we see just how deeply Midna and Link care for one another. Midna's journey isn't just about saving her kingdom, it's about reclaiming her identity. Over the course of the game, she transforms from a cynical, self-serving exile into a courageous and selfless leader. Her bond with Link isn't just friendship, it's a reminder of the strength she thought she'd lost. Her ultimate moment of redemption comes when she confronts Zant. Using the fused shadows, she proves that she is more than the cursed form he tried to reduce her to. She's a true ruler, willing to risk everything for her people. But for all her growth and triumphs, Midna's story doesn't have a happy ending. After defeating Ganondorf, she regains her true form. It's a triumphant moment until we realize what's coming next. To save her people and protect both worlds, Midna destroys the Mirror of Twilight. In doing so, she severs her connection to Link and Hyrule forever. It's a decision rooted in duty, but it's also one of the profound losses. Her final goodbye is filled with unspoken emotion, a look that says everything she can't put into words. The Mirror of Twilight is more than just a portal between worlds. It's a representation of the fragile connection between Midna and Link. Throughout the game, this mirror symbolizes hope, a way to unite the Light and Twilight realms. But in the end, it becomes a symbol of separation, as Midna must destroy it to protect both worlds. When Midna shatters the mirror, it's not just about duty, it's a deeply personal sacrifice. It means saying goodbye to the one person who helped her find her strength again. It's a bittersweet moment that underscores the emotional weight of her story. Midna's character is defined by duality. She is both a princess and a warrior, a leader and an exile. Her transformation over the course of Twilight Princess reflects this duality. As an imp, she learns humility and resilience. As a princess, she rediscovers her responsibility and power. Her true form isn't just a physical transformation, it's symbolic of her emotional journey. She's no longer the bitter exile who only cared for herself. She's a ruler who's willing to make the ultimate sacrifice for her people. Midna's story often parallels Zelda's, but her sacrifices are uniquely personal. Where Zelda is often portrayed as a symbol of Hyrule's resilience, Midna's sacrifices feel more intimate. She's not just fighting for a kingdom, she's fighting for her people, her identity, and her connection to the light world. Both women embody selflessness, but Midna's farewell feels more heart-wrenching because it's so final, unlike Zelda, who remains a constant presence in Hyrule. Midna disappears entirely, leaving nothing but memories behind. Zelda games have given us many memorable companions, Navi, Fi, and even the King of Red Lions, but none have the depth and complexity of Midna. She's not just a guide or a helper. She's a fully realized character with her own struggles and growth. What sets Midna apart is her emotional range. She's witty and sarcastic, but she's also deeply vulnerable. She's a character you root for, not just because she's essential to the story, but because her pain and triumphs feel so real. Even years after Twilight Princess was released, Midna's story continues to resonate with fans. Her journey of loss, growth, and sacrifice has inspired countless tributes, from fan art to music to theories about her fate. Midna's legacy isn't just about her role in the game, it's about how she made us feel. She's a reminder that even in our darkest moments, there's strength in vulnerability and beauty in sacrifice. What makes Midna's story so devastating is how much she sacrifices. She loses her kingdom, her identity, and even her connection to the one person who truly understood her. And yet, she faces it all with courage and grace. Her journey is a reminder that true strength isn't just about power, it's about the willingness to sacrifice for the people you love. Midna's story is one of the most emotional and unforgettable in Zelda history. It's a tale of loss, growth, and love that resonates with anyone who has ever had to say goodbye. Her sorrow is what makes her story so powerful, and what makes her one of the greatest characters in the series. What do you think? Does Midna have the saddest story in Zelda? Or is there another character who broke your heart even more? Hit that subscribe button and let us know down in the comments.